Can you really recommend a punk rock music to your mate and expect not being mocked by the people around? Or can you really buy the Blink 182 ticket for your friend who listens to black metal? In this program, we discuss why punk rock is bizarre and it doesn't worth to listen to. Stay tuned for more details.
Elephants have sex with another dead elephant. Go fucking a piece of shit on fire that's bloodied with another.
Alright then guys, as you have noticed, these days there are so many jokes and bad words for like punk rock. Actually, I have to say, like, me personally is a big fan of punk rock, and the whole childhood, teenagehood, and the time I'm spending here in Sweden being connected and somehow affected by the punkism and of course punk rock. Big names like Green Day, Sex Pistols, Blink 182, Offspring, and these sort of bands. However, I've noticed there are like so many people make fun of punk rock, and they say, like, you know, those sort of genre is dead. I think there is some reality in there, and they're not like 100% wrong. There are a couple of reasons actually why punk rock is not cool anymore. In this program, we try to discuss some of the reasons actually why punkism or punk rock is not cool anymore.
Punk rock started right fucking here.
Do you think the Americans are smart enough to bring up something like punk rock?
Punk rock is about aggression in New York.
It was definitely London.
Punk rock can be defined as an aggressive form of rock music that coalesced into an international movement in 1975 to 80. Often politicalized and full of vital energy beneath a sarcastic, hostile facade, punk spread as an ideology and aesthetics approach, becoming an archetype of teen rebellion and alienation. Punk's bizarre is evident in at least three ways. First, like Nouvelle Vague filmmakers of 1960s Europe, punks rejected slight production values. Punk rockers abandoned the pristine recording styles that had come into the vague. Think of recording made at Sony Studios or the crisp layer of sound in George Martin's recording of the Beatles. Many punk records are recorded in non-professional studios, and punks criticize mainstream pop music as overproduced.
Really? What are we saying, sir?
Wonderful people.
Are they?
Oh yes, they really turn us on.
What do they do?
Well, suppose they turn other people on.
That's just their tough flick.
Secondly, punk bands often play in ways that imply a lack of proficiency with instruments or lack of vocal training.
Punk rock is not updated in terms of technical elements.
Punk eschews ostentatious display of talent that had become mainstays of 70s rock. For example, complex guitar solos and operatic vocals. Many punk performers are actually skilled musicians, but the prevailing echo says, we just picked up some instruments and started playing in our basement. The advert celebrates this stripped down aesthetics in their song, One Chord Wonders. The idea was that anyone can start a band and that doing so would rescue music from commercial interests and return it into the fans. Thirdly, Many punk acts are stridingly disharmonious. Instrumentally, they make use of distortion, deviant tonings, and stress-inducing tempos. Vocally, they often shout or speak rather than sing, and they make no effort to conceal working class or negatively regarded regional accents. In a word, punks embrace noise. This makes sound incoherent since noise is traditionally defined as unwanted sound, but one can retain definition by noting that punk rockers embrace sounds that they deem to be unwanted by others.
Alright then guys, that's for today. Make sure that you put comment, express yourself, let me know what you think about the program. Make sure and actually do your best to keep your comment as safe as possible. Make sure that you subscribe on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube and talk about the program, the Milo Show, with the people around. Thank you for watching.